Hi, I'm Rosalind, and this is the ELF class coordinator video. We just finished Unit 1, and we are getting ready for Unit 2, which is Beaks, Feet, and Feathers. We have some feedback from Unit 1, the first being that the slideshow seemed to go over well. So we have a new slideshow for this unit. And as well, the name tags, the color-coded name tags seem to work pretty well for the classes. So we will be doing name tags again for this unit, except we have laminated them so that you can reuse them. So we'll have these put into the resource box together with a lanyard so the students can hang it off their neck. And we asked maybe ahead of time, if you haven't already done this, to get a class roster from the teacher. And then at the beginning of the class or before you go in, you can spend a few minutes just writing down all the students' names on these because we won't really have access to it before the session because other classes might be using them. So we just need to make sure that we put the names on here and then wipe them off at the end of the class. At the beginning of your session, generally the coordinator goes through an opening. The opening you have here on your outline, and as well, you can see this here, that's an introduction for Beaks, Feet, and Feathers that goes through all of the slides that would be in your slideshow. So you can go through here and see, here's your introduction, saying who you are, whose parent you are. Also, for some of the slides, what do beaks do for a bird? And the answer is in here. What do feet do for a bird? So you can go through all kinds of points like that in here and engage the students before they start with their sessions, before they start with their units. After the opening, or before your closing, you have your puppet show, which you'll hand out to certain volunteers, as many as you need. Here for this one, we have 5 puppets and the scripts that go along with it. So you would just give these along with their puppets to the volunteer. Okay, so to get started, and just to give you an idea of what we'll be going through all of the centers, you don't have to know in detail all of them necessarily, but the first one for Center 1 is a focus on feathers and feet. You'll have a big box of feathers and wings. These are real feathers and real wings. And here is an example of some of the feathers. It'll actually be a lot larger than this. And here is a bag of actual bird feet that you'll be going through. And this will be one of a unit where you can have 2 volunteers working on together because there is a lot of material. There is a lot of feet and wings to look at. And it's for the students to go through and be able to feel how they, to actually touch them and to hold on to them and see how these things actually feel. Center 2 is a 2-part center. The first part is a mix and match, and this one you'll be mixing birds with their foods. And you'll have a key for that, so you can hold up a picture of a bird, and then they can talk about what kind of food they would actually be eating. The second part of this is called Fill the Bill. And with this one, you're actually going to be using different kinds of tools to pretend that you're a bird that's trying to eat its prey or eat its food. And the students will use these tools to actually pick up little things like bird food that it would normally eat. The third center is an owl craft. The owl craft is where you'll be making an owl. This one does require a lot of cutting into certain shapes, like for the eyes and the ears and the feet. So this would be helpful for the coordinator to help the Center 3 volunteer to cut out these shapes. This would be a good thing so that they don't have to do too much of this ahead of time. You can just help them during the class to do this for each of the centers. And then this will be something that the students will take home afterwards. Center 4 is called Bird Search. This is an outdoor center. With the outdoor centers, we will reiterate to the volunteers to please not prop any doors open that go outside. unless they're coming directly from the teachers, from the actual classroom itself. But that there are some doors that just open to the outside that go inside the school, and those shouldn't be propped open. Also, the gates outside should not be propped open, and we should not be in the preschool area during their recess when those students are outside. So for the bird search, this is an outdoor center that will meet in the outdoor garden. And when you go to the garden, you can look around searching for birds. You can also go outside the garden to look around for some birds. But we'll try to keep this, at least in the beginning, we'll keep it isolated to the garden. The next center is owl pellets, and this will also be outside in the outdoor classroom. Each student will be given its own owl pellet. The owl pellets will be grouped into bags by classroom. So in the ELF storage closet, please make sure to check for your classroom and take those owl pellets, because there will be a certain number of assigned pellets per classroom. Every student will have one pellet, and after they dissect the pellet, they can take the pellet home if they really want to. The owl pellets will be dissected. We'll be using toothpicks to take them apart. There will be hand lenses so that they can observe the pellets, and Ziploc bags for them to take them home in. As well, there'll be a chart that has that shows the bones on there and what animal that they might relate to. So those are all of the centers that we have. And we also, in the resource box, will have a few of these books. This is owls, feathers, and there are a few storybooks in here. So if you have any students that may not want to do a center, or any centers that end early, you can always take out one of these books and read with them, or just give one to them to read. And that's all. That's all we should need. Please remember at the end of your session, after you do your closing, to make sure that if there are any supplies that need to be restored in the boxes, that should all be in the storage room. So please replenish those so that the next class can use them. Thank you, and have fun.